It had been a long day. Jesus had been teaching huge crowds of people by the Sea of Galilee. All day he told parables, stories with deep meaning, about God's kingdom. By evening, Jesus was tired. He said,
"Let's cross to the other side of the lake."
The disciples, fishermen who knew these waters well, nodded. They pushed the boat away from the shore, wooden oars dipping into the darkening waves. Other small boats followed along. Jesus, exhausted from teaching, found a spot at the back of the boat, laid his head on a cushion, and quickly fell asleep. The sun set. The stars began to peek out. Everything seemed calm and quiet. The boats glided across the still water. The disciples rowed steadily, and at the stern, Jesus slept in perfect peace. The lake was calm, the night was quiet. But suddenly, the sky changed. Dark clouds rolled across the sea. The wind howled, waves crashed hard against the boat. The disciples gripped the oars, struggling to steer. Water poured in over the sides. Peter said,
"We're sinking! We can't hold it much longer! Where's Jesus?"
They looked to the back of the boat, and there he was, still asleep. The storm raged, the boat nearly swamped, and Jesus rested peacefully.
"Teacher, don't you care if we drown?"
Jesus slowly opened his eyes. He stood, his robe whipping in the wind, rain pouring around him. The disciples held their breath, and he said,
"Peace, be still."
At once the wind stopped, the waves settled, the sea became perfectly still, like glass. The disciples stared in shock. The storm that had terrified them just moments before had vanished at Jesus' command. Jesus turned to his disciples and asked,
"Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?"
The disciples whispered in awe, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." They had followed Jesus, seen his miracles, and heard his teachings. But now they realized something greater. He had power over creation itself. And that's the lesson for us today. We all face storms, times when life feels overwhelming and out of control. But just as Jesus calmed the storm on the Sea of Galilee, he can bring peace to our hearts in the middle of life's storms. When the waves crash and the winds roar, we can remember his words, "Peace,
Be still."
And that is the story of how Jesus calmed the storm. A story of faith, trust, and the power of God's Son, who brings peace even when everything feels out of control. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a new story. If this video blessed you, please like, share, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.